year ones, welcome to our Tuesday's English lesson, and today we're going to act out the story of the man on the moon, and we're going to be acting it out in the first person. The first person means that we will take on the role of Bob. So when we are Bob, we're going to be using the word I when we talk in the first person. Now to become Bob, we're going to need our fairy dust. So do you remember we had some fairy dust in the classroom? And we just pretend we've got our fairy dust, don't we? And then when we sprinkle it on, we become a different character. Well, today we're going to sprinkle fairy dust on ourselves and we're going to turn into Bob. Okay. I'm also going to, when I am Bob, I'm going to pretend that I'm going to answer a phone call. So you can pretend that you have a phone and somebody's going to phone you up and ask you all about your day. Okay, so we're doing this so that it's very similar to when we write a diary, but this time we're going to be telling our stories of the day. Okay, so here's my fairy dust. I'm going to put it on and I'm going to turn into Bob. Oh, wow. I'm definitely a space person. Can't wait to go into space. Someone's going to phone me. Oh, hello? 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 Yes, this is Bob talking. Yes. You'd like to hear all about my day? Okay, well, I'm going to put you on speakerphone. Hang on. Okay. At 6 o'clock, I woke up and had a lovely mug of tea and 2 eggs for breakfast. Then I rode all the way up the hill to my space rocket. Before I got in my space rocket, I put on my spacesuit and got into my space rocket. After that, I zoomed up to the moon. My first job was to hoover the moon because lots of people had left rubbish on the moon. That made me feel very cross. After hoovering the moon, I had lunch. I had an apple and a sandwich. And after lunch, I did some exercises on the moon. I did handstands and star jumps. That was to entertain all the visitors who were zooming past in their rockets. Finally, it was time for people to go home. So I checked that no one was left behind by shining my torch into the craters. I couldn't see anybody left behind today. So at 5 o'clock, I got back in my rocket and I zoomed back home. I was feeling so tired, so I had a nice long bath to relax and finally went to sleep. I was exhausted after my busy day. Hello, I hope you enjoyed hearing about my day. Okay, you did. Brilliant. Thank you. Bye. Oh, fairy dust is gone. Okay, Mrs. Bamford is back. So your job is to do what I did today, so telling that story in the first person. Please tell it lots of times, as many as you want, and if somebody else has heard the story, then they can tell that story too in first person. Not sure if you should be using a grown-up's phone, but you might need to ask and check if you do, but you can just pretend that you've got one. If you need to use my story map, if you didn't get to do one yesterday, on Monday's PowerPoint, if you pause at the end of the PowerPoint, you'll be able to see this story map and you can use that to retell the story in the first person. Okay, so have fun doing that, everybody.